In this video, let's learn how to solve this radical mathematics question to find the value of x. Don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel for more mathematics content. Now, to solve this quick question, I want to assume this expression to be equal to b and this other expression to be equal to a. That way, I can simply say a minus b is equal to 2, right? And this will be my equation 1. Taken. Now, considering this to be equation 1, I can now say that my a is equal to the cube root of y plus 28, right? And I can equally say that my b is equal to the cube root of y minus 28, right? So, having taken these two parts, I want to expand these two equations to form one common term. And this is going to give me a to the power of 3, right? If I take the cube of both sides, and this will give me the cube root of y plus 28, all multiplied by the cube of 3. While I multiply here by cube, this will also be equal to the cube root of y minus 28, right? All to the power of cube root. So from here, you see that this cube root will clear the cube, and this cube root will clear this cube, and then we'll be left with a to the power of 3 equal to y plus 28. And we'll also have b to the power of 3 to be equal to y minus 28. Now take good note of these two expressions. We're going to use them as the solutions to this equation unfold. Now, having bear this in mind, I can simply say I want to add a to the power of 3 and b to the power of 3. Now, if I do the subtraction of both of them, I'll have a to the power of 3 minus b to the power of 3, and this will be equal to y plus 28, which is a, minus y minus 28, which is what? B. So that means a to the power of 3 will be equal to y plus 28 minus y plus 28. So what would that give me? That will now make my a to the power of 3 minus b to the power of 3 to be equal to, while this clears this because y minus y is 0, 28 plus 28 will give me 56, and I'll have this to be my equation 2. Great. Now, having done this, I want us to recall an algebraic expression. From that algebraic expression, I want you to recall that when we have a to the power of 3 from algebra minus b to the power of 3, recall that this will be equal to a minus b, right? All multiplied by a square plus ab plus b square, right? That's an algebraic formula. Now, from this expression, you'll come to see that we already have the value of a minus b and a to the power of 3 minus b. And both those two values are 56 and 2. So, if we insert them into that expression, we'll have 56 to be equal to 2 multiplied by a square plus ab plus b square. So the only parameter there we're looking for is that long equation. And from that long equation, you can come to see that we can find the value of a squared plus ab plus b squared. And what will that value be? That value will give us the expression If we divide here by 2 and divide here by 2, then these 2 will clear here to give us, that will give us 28, while these 2 will clear these 2. So that means a square plus ab plus b square will be equal to 28. So we're going to take this to be equation 3. Great. Now I want us to look at this expression as equation 3, and let's come up with another case. If we are given a minus b cubed and we are asked to expand this to the third degree, this is going to give us a to the power of 3 minus 3a squared multiplied by b, right, plus 3ab squared, right, then minus b to the power of 3. If I simplify this expression, I'll have my a minus b all cubed to be equal to a cubed minus b cubed minus 3ab is common over there, so we'll bring it out. 3a squared b divided by 3ab will remain a minus b, and that will be the expression. So from this expression now, you can come to see that we still have the value of a minus b. And recall from equation 1, a minus b is equal to 2. So what will that give us? This will make this expression a minus b to be equal to 2 to the power of 3 equal to, over here we have a cubed minus b cubed. I recall that from equation 2, a cubed minus b cubed is 56. So we'll have here to become 56, and then we'll have minus 3ab multiplied by 2. Now if we simplify this, we'll have this to become 8 equal to 56 minus 6ab. From here we can find the value of ab, and the value of ab, if we subtract ab from both sides, we're going to have 6ab equal to 56 minus 8. 56 minus 8 is going to give us 48. So 6ab will be equal to 48. If we divide here by 6 and divide here by 6, this will clear this, and then our ab will be equal to 48 divided by 6 is equal to 8. So that will become the value of AB, and our AB will be equal to 8. I will consider this to be equation 4. Great. So having done this, the next thing we are going to look at is to consider equation 3. From equation 3, we have a squared plus ab, a squared plus ab plus b squared is equal to 28. Now from that expression, from equation 3, we are given that a squared, right, plus ab plus b squared is equal to 28, right? So what do we do with this expression? From this expression, we can simply simplify. We'll have a squared plus b squared plus ab to be equal to 28. So we just rearrange that. From that expression, you come to see that we already have we can have the value of a squared plus b squared. So a squared plus b squared Remember, our AB is equal to 8 plus 8 is equal to 28. So we can be able to have our A square plus B square to be equal to 28 minus 8. And so our A square minus B square will be equal to 20. And then we'll take this to be equation what? 5. So many equations. So having gotten that equation 5, our main aim is to find the value of y. Now let's look at or recall this expansion. If we have this expansion, which is a plus b all squared, just as we did in the other one, if we expand this, we're going to have a squared plus 2ab, right, plus b squared, right? So if we have this and we expand this, we're going to have this. So that means a plus b squared can be equal to a squared plus b squared plus 2ab. Now a squared plus b squared is exactly what we have gotten from this expression. Now recall, this expression is positive and that is equation 5. So that expression will now give us, this will now give us 20 plus 2ab. And what is 2ab? 2ab is equal to 8. So a plus b square is equal to 20 plus 2 multiplied by AB is 8. So that expression A plus B square can be equal to 20 plus 16. And so A plus B square can be equal to 36. And this will give us equation 6. So having find out what this equation is, we can simply simplify equation 6 further to give us, if we take the square root of both sides, let's simplify this to give us the value of AB, equal A plus B, and this will give us what? Square. Square root of both sides will give us what? The square root of 36. So if we take the square root of 36, this is going to clear this, and then we'll have a plus b to be equal to plus or minus 6. So if a plus b is equal to plus or minus 6, we will now assume that to be equation 6. So we'll take away this and let that to become equation what? 6. So what do we do from here? We have gotten a plus b to be plus or minus 6. Now recall that we are asked to find the value of y. So how do we find the value of y from all these expressions we have derived? Recall from initial equation 1, we said a minus b is equal to 2, and now we have a plus b to be equal to plus or minus 6. So in the first case, we're going to consider, in case 1, we're going to consider the value of a plus b to be positive what? Positive 6. So if a plus b is positive 6, from equation 1, we said a minus b is equal to 2, right? And now we have a plus b is equal to 6. So what we have done is just to derive two simultaneous equations which we can simplify to give us the value of y. Now how do we get that? We'll have this to now become, we'll simplify this, this will simply clear this, and then we'll have 2a to be equal to, when we add this, to be equal to 8. divide here by 2 and divide here by 2, we'll have a to be equal to 4. So the first expression, a is equal to 4. Now if we substitute a equal to 4 into equation 2, because this is equation 1 and this is equation 2, we'll substitute that into equation 2, we have a plus b to be equal to 6. So if a is 4, we'll have 4 plus b to be equal to 6. So our b will be equal to 6 minus 4, and then our b will be equal to 2. So the value of our a and b is equal to 4 and 2 respectively. Now in case 2, in case we have case 2, in case 2, if 6 is what? We have negative 6. If we have negative 6, then the first equation we are given, that is equation 1, a minus b, will be equal to 2. And then our next equation, a plus b, will be equal to minus 6. So if we subtract these two expressions or add these two expressions, you come to see that this will definitely clear this. And then we'll have our 2a equal to, if you add this, you're going to have a negative 4. So if this divides 2 and this divides 2, we're going to have the value of a here to be equal to negative 2. So if a is equal to negative 2 and we set a into equation 2, we are going to have a plus b to be equal to negative 6. So if a is negative 2 plus b equal to negative 6, then we'll have our b to be equal to negative 6 plus 2. And then our b will be equal to negative 4. So we see the value of a and b when 6 is negative is minus 2 and minus 6. Now let's consider the value of y. In all these, we are asked to solve for the value of y. Now to solve for the value of y, recall earlier on, those two important expressions are asked us to save. A to the power of 3 is equal to y plus 28, and b to the power of 3 is equal to y minus 28. So we are going to consider the first one, a to the power of 3 equal to y plus 28. So if we find that or expand that expression, we are going to find the value of y. From that expression, we are given that our a to the power of 3 is equal to y plus 28. Now, at the first case, we have our a to be equal to 4. So if our a is equal to 4, if a is equal to 4, that means this expression will now become 4 to the power of 3 equal to y plus 28. So 4 to the power of 3 is equal to 64, right? And this will be 64 equal to y plus 28. So if you expand that, you're going to find out that the value of y will be equal to 64 minus 28. And 64 minus 28, our y will be equal to 36. So the value of y is equal to 36 when a is equal to 4. Now when a is equal to minus 2, from the other expression, we have our a to be equal to negative 2, right? From the other expression, we got our a to be equal to negative 2. Then the value of a to the power of 3 equal to y plus 28 will be equal to what? We have negative 2 to the power of 3, and this will be equal to y plus 28. So the value of 2 to the power of 3 is going to give us a negative 8, right? It's going to give us negative 8, and this will be equal to y plus 28. Of y will be equal to negative 8 minus 28, right? So the value of y will be equal to minus 36. So you see that the value of y up there is positive 36 and y is negative 36. So that means overall that the value of our y is equal to plus or minus 36. And that is the solution to the value of y in that expression that is given to us. Now I want us to take up a task, and the task is take the value of y equal to 36, insert it into the original equation, and check if our solution is right. And if it is right, that shows that the solution method we have applied is truly the right solution. So take the value of 36, put it inside here, insert here, add it to 28 and find the cube root. Take the value of 36, subtract it from 28 and find the cube root. If you subtract this other part from this part and it gives you 2, that means that our solution method is absolutely right. Don't forget to do that, and once you're done with that, drop your answer in the comment section and I will be so glad to interact with you. Thanks so much for watching, and bye bye for now.